The light is on for the Everest, the TAB Everest, and the gates are back, they're off.
Cast your mind back to the 2019 the TAB Everest. Lining up at just his 7th start on a race, Classique Legend represented trainer Les Bridge, Hong Kong-based owner Bon Ho, and Carmel size, and finished a creditable 6th behind Yes Yes Yes.
Yes, 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 takes the lead, centre of the lane, is chanting at the end. Yes, 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 wins the Everest.
This year, the team are back in action as they chase redemption in the $15 million the TAB Everest at Randwick on October 17. And they'll tread a familiar path to the world's richest race on turf.
Fantastic to have a slot in the race, and just takes all the pressure off you. You just virtually do the same as I did last year, and hope that he's just improved that little bit. Yeah, I think he'd be right in the finish. Probably running the shorts, running that other sprint, have the 2 sprints, and then go into the Everest third up. That's the plan. My job's to get him to the Everest. I'm not even thinking past that. Got a lot of appeal, and he's good. People love good horses.
Les, can I take you back to the 2019 running of the Everest? Have you watched that race again very often?
I try not to. One of those things, runs just didn't come. You see the head on, there was just no run there, so what can you do? Well, I thought we could win. I thought I was pretty immune to pressure. I've been through Melbourne Cups and slippers and all that, but a lot of prize money, so I was a bit toey.
We knew that we'd thrown the horse into the deep end. He was a preparation away from what we wanted to do. If we'd had our way, the Everest would have been on our radar in 2020. But we took the opportunity in 2019 to roll the dice. And a split-second decision, it didn't come off for us, but the horse was very credible in what he did in that race.
I thought it might have been a year too quick last year, all things considered. But I can't use that excuse this year because he's spot on. He's not the sort of horse you'd want to be up there taking nature stripping those horses on for speed. So your ace in the hole there is let them go, and that's what Nasruella tried to do last year, but when he went to go he couldn't get out. The plan was good, but it just didn't come to fruition.
Bridge and Size agree that Classique Legend's level-headed attitude is his greatest attribute.
Oh, he's always been foolproof. That's one of his biggest assets. He's completely in control of himself, the horse.
He's as cruisy as ever. He still has some quirky little ways, but he's pretty chilled.
I'd say it'd be hard to get a horse with a better action than him. He's low to the ground, doesn't waste energy, lovely nature, doesn't burn himself out.
Classique Legend had one start in June, and that resulted in a strong win in the Bob Charlie Stakes at Randwick.
Well, I wasn't given much choice. He was in quarantine, and the one thing I didn't want to do was go 12 months to the Everest. Like, he'd have been sort of running in the Everest with 12 months inactivity. So I brought him in, gave him a light preparation just to put a bottom in him. And then it was that cold and that. He loves the stable. You see what he's like, and he gets looked after like a baby. He's as happy as Larry. I think it's worked to our advantage. I think with every racehorse, you love to see them do it. Talk's cheap in this business. They've got to do it out on the track. But really, my gut feeling was he was better than ever.
He came to hand really quick, but he wasn't fully wound up for that race. So we got to the races, we thought we were on a soft 7. I don't think this track was quite a soft 7. I think it was a heavy that day. And due to the restrictions and the number of people that could go, Les kindly sent me to the races to represent him. And I was pacing up and down and I worried about the track condition. But anyway, he just loved it. He was just back in competition mode. He lengthened, and I think Kieran was seriously impressed with what he did. And I hope everybody else was.
Classique Legend had been booked to fly to Hong Kong to do his future racing there for Ho. However, due to COVID-19 and quarantine restrictions coming into effect, that didn't eventuate.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to go to Hong Kong, and we got him back again, so we're lucky to get the second chance. Could be fate.
So it's been an emotional roller coaster for me because I was, always knew that he was bound to go to Hong Kong, and we had him on a flight twice, and I was resigned to the horse leaving, and I was just absolutely brokenhearted, finding it very difficult to come to terms with, and then circumstances happened, and he came back to me. The cosmos sent him back. It was like almost a comedy of errors, the way that he found his way back. Just the time frame for him to get to the Everest, to go to Hong Kong and come back to race as a representative for Hong Kong in the Everest was just too tight. And I'm so grateful for Mr. Ho that he sent him back to me. All I can say is somebody's looking after me and somebody's looking after the horse, because a lot of people probably wouldn't get it, but I do believe we're meant to be together. I've had the horse in my life since I purchased him as a yearling, and every day I look into his eyes and he just makes me melt, and I know we have a very, very strong connection. I'm just going to enjoy every minute I have with my horse. If we get to the Everest that day and we line up, we'll be a force to be reckoned with.